All right. You know who that is, don't you? That's the most recognizable man in the entire planet Earth. That's Mick Jagger, mate. He's got some more rocks for his collection for us to see tonight. He wants us to look at them and tell him what we think about them. Hey, mate? Hey, bloke? We call each other bloke, actually, because my English goes back to the 19th century, like Lady and the Tramp movies, you know, where they talk, hey, hello, governor. Top of the morning to you, governor. Hello, governor. You know, I'm a constitutional. So I'm used to talking back in, 19th century British or English, England, London type. Thanks, mate. So we call each other blokes because I started saying bloke. So, all right, anyway, Mick Jagger, let's see what you got in your collection tonight, dude. What you got? This is a piece of chart, mate, that some mate turned into a tool 600 years ago, mate. I'll tell you all about it here in a second. That's cool, Mick. I really like that. Okay. You want me to talk about it? All right, Mick, I'll talk about it then. Cool. So this rock right here is a piece of chert, which is a form of silica dioxide, which is actually a piece of quartz right here. You know, you've seen the quartz crystals that are hedral and they're real shiny and collect. This is the same thing, but the crystalline structure is something that you can't see with your eye. It's so small and microscopic. It's microscopic, even beyond it's cryptocrystalline, right? You can't see it with a microscope or the human eye, the actual crystal structure, which also in full maximum growth looks like those crystal structures, like the quartz, right? Oh, sorry, Meg. Put the rock in your eye. So anyway, this particular rock here, I was told by our creator, God, who knows his rocks and people quite well. Check this out. Mick, you're going to love this, brother. Here, let me set you up here a little bit so you can see this when I talk about you. All right. Hey, I want to say hi to Devereaux Jagger, who is Mick Jagger's son, and his wife too, right? Mate? Wife. Okay. Okay, his wife too, who I hope they reaffirm their vows on stage in Madison Square Garden with us when we get, maybe they can do that too. I think that would be super. I would like to see that. Or some huggy kissy thing with Mick and his wife and Devereaux. So anyway, hey Devereaux, I just want to say hi. Devereaux Jagger is now an aloof, and this is a very serious title and mantle that this young boy wears. He'll grow into it over the years, and when he's 40 years old, he'll still be an aloof, even greater than he is now. He has nothing but greatness inside him. So I just want to say hi to you, Devereaux, and your dad there, Mick. Okay, so let's get on to this tool. I had this label for a reason, but don't worry about the 5 there. So look at I want you to know this. This is like I said, a cryptocrystalline quartz, all right, called chert. It's got different colors in it, different bandings on it, which has different mineral replacements and stuff in it. That's all that is. But it's really a beautiful rock when you look, check it out. So it's also a tool. Now God, our Father, just told me minutes ago before I started this video that this rock was from California, the state of what is now California. This is napping on the chart right here. See this how smooth it is, and it looks like it's not a natural conchoidal break. Like, look at that. See, that's just jagged and it's not got any shape to it or form to it. Same with this right here. It's just broken, right? Well, this has been worked. You can see the edges. It's called napping, and this is how you make arrowhead points and tool points from chert and flint long ago. This is what the native, the people long ago did to make a tool and a weapon and all that kind of. This turns out to be a tool. So you can see this guy napped the edge of the rock, the flint, to get it to where it can be used as a scraper. Now, was he right-handed or left-handed? Left-handed, right-handed. This man was right-handed, our father tells us. So this guy used this scraper, this edge, where he worked with a nap and a file. I can show you. He worked with another piece of flint or chert to work into an edge as a tool. You can see it's been worn right here on the smooth side right here on this side, right in here. So what it was used for, Father tells me, this native out in California used it to scrape off hides and pelts off animals to eat the food, and also for clothing from the pelts and hides and stuff like that. True, Father? So this guy was in his 20s. Check this out. The guy that used this and napped it 600 years ago in California, the state of was was a 20 in his 20 25 was a 25-year-old man when he made this tool 600 years ago. But you can see the napped edge on it and everything like that. Yeah, see how sharp that is and how well formed it is. You can tell that's man-made. That edge right there is man-made. It's not natural. So I think that's about the coolest thing I have in my collection. I now know, actually Mick Jagger had, that this was a napped edge 600 years ago by a 25-year-old man for a tool, flint napped. All right, that's very awesome. Cool. Thanks, Father. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the 911, mate. All right, what do you got here now, Mick? This is a piece of granite, mate. Did I hear what I thought I heard? I just heard actual Mick Jagger talking to me. He goes, "It's a piece of granite, mate." And you would be correct. Ding, 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 Mick Jagger. It's a very nice piece of granite, actually. It's a fresh-faced piece of granite. The reason you can see it's fresh-faced is because it sparkles and shines the quartz that is within the matrix of the rock itself. See all those shiny edges? That's quartz, mate. Hornblende is the dark mineral, and pink is potassium feldspar. This is really a nice piece of granite right here because it has fresh faces on it. It's not worn and smooth like it was in water for 1,000 years or anything like that. It's angular, and you can also see the crystals quite distinctly in it. These dark black minerals are hornblende. The pink mineral are potassium feldspar crystals, K-spar. And this is a felsic mineral. This is the kind of mineral that the continent of the United States is made up of, that floats on the mafic mineral subsurface of the, not subsurface, but the oceanic floor, which is made up of basalt and things like that. So this is a light mineral. This is considered felsic. So also a lot of quartz in this particular piece. See all the shiny little crystals all over it and throughout it? That's actually quartz crystals as an accessory mineral. But it's got a lot of accessory mineral. The main mineral is the feldspar, the pink minerals. So making it a granite. And then the accessory minerals like quartz and hornblende make it also a granite. They come along with the feldspar, which is the dominant mineral in the matrix of this particular piece of granite. Billions? 3 billion? 3,200,000,000 years old? This rock, I'm told by the creator who made this rock, it's 3,200,000,000 years old. From Elephant Rock area, down near the Elephant Rock area here in Missouri. But it's really got some great crystallization that's nice and distinct and well formed. This is called a hypidiomorphic. I would call this a, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the actual textural word for the quartz crystal. It's a coarse grained. It's very coarse grained for granite. I like that. What's the other texture I'm looking for? It might have been hypidiomorphic. I can't think of it right now, so I'll move on. But it is a very coarse grained granite, which refers to the texture of the rock. All right, Mick, what do you got here, bud? It's a piece of petrified wood, mate. He beat me to it. Are you in Florida? I'm actually talking to Mick Jagger and Devereaux through the spirit, in the spirit, all the way in Tampa. Oh, no, just Miami. Miami Beach, Florida. Mick Jagger's at home with Devereaux and his family and stuff like that. So, hey, Devereaux, hey, Mick. All right, Mick Jagger. This is a piece of petrified wood. Is it from Arizona? This is from Arizona. Was it a conifer? Yes? Okay. The creator who made the tree and the rock tells me this was a piece of fossil, petrified wood that was a conifer at one time. When Arizona was a vastly different type of climate than it is today. As you know, it's a desert southwestern state. Not a lot of vegetation or trees, especially conifers, unless you go higher up in the elevations, right? Some of the stuff. But in general, the state of Arizona is very, very arid, as I say, desert-like. So this was a piece. Did it come from the collapse of that lake? So it was a catastrophic flood, right? From Mount what was that called? Missoula, or Lake Missoula, right? So check this out. This rock was the way it was started to form was through catastrophism, believe it or not. And it was up along the Canadian border, right? Okay, so this rock, it was growing in the area that is now Arizona, northern Arizona area. This growing in the area of northern Arizona, what is northern Arizona now. So what happened was, it was 2 glaciations ago. So how many, 3 million? 3.3 million? So the flood, the actual Missoula broke 3.3 million years ago. Okay. After a continental glaciation event, right? Okay. Geologists, check this out if you guys are listening. So this is found, a conifer that grew in Arizona, what's in Arizona, produced by the collapse of Lake Missoula 3.3 million years ago, Father says. Says we know it catastrophically flooded all the way from the Canadian border, Lake Missoula, 3.3 million years ago, and inundated everything it ran into. Scablands came out, everything was scoured, and it produced petrified wood that became inundated and covered up and over that, and instantly in the state of what is now the state of Arizona. Conifers fell over, they got covered up, and percolating groundwater through and replaced the actual wood with silica. You can see the actual bark. Look at the side of the tree. That's bark impressions right there of the tree growth. The rings are not distinct, but you can see part of the bark right there, that white part right here. I'll show you. That's part of the old bark of the tree. Small conifer, eh, Father? Real small. But that's so cool because that proved, stuff like this proved, once they proved what had actually taken place. In geology in those days, when they first discovered this was catastrophism from the collapse of Lake Missoula, the idea of catastrophism was not in geology at that time. Geologists at that time thought that everything took place over very slow and long periods of time to take place. You know, in other words, something took 1 million years or 5 or something like that to take place. They didn't have any concept of catastrophism, something that happens right now and actually converts and starts to work on other rocks being formed because of the catastrophic event. A catastrophic event is also a volcanic eruption would be catastrophic. And it's Mount St. Helens when it blew in 1981 was a catastrophic event. Things changed instantly in that event. So, in general, back in these days when it was discovered, the geologists did not believe in catastrophic events except for like volcanic eruptions and things like that. So, this rock right here represents a catastrophic event in the Earth's history, and especially in the northern continent of the United States of America, that took place 3.3 million years ago. Father can show you. I don't know how many gallons Missoula held. It was, but Lake Missoula, what I'm talking about, was the glacial lake melt result of the last of the continental glaciation event. No, it was global, of the global glaciation event that took part 3.3 million years ago on Earth. And as the glaciers finally subsided due to volcanism and things like that, Father increased the temperature again, right? To volcanic eruptions, stuff like that. So what happened was all of that snow and ice melt. How thick was the sheet? Miles? 5 miles? The continental ice sheet was 5 miles thick. How far? Over the entire world? This was a snowball event? Okay. Well, we're talking about a snowball event when the Earth was turned into a basic snowball for a long time. So as the snowball started to melt along the equators first and then recede back north, they melted, of course. Ice melts, right? When the temperatures warm up. So it formed this massive lake. How many hundreds of feet deep was it? 500? It was 500 feet deep, this Lake Missoula, up along the Canadian border and into what is now Montana and things like that, right? And so it collapsed all of a sudden one day. The lake itself that had held all these billions of gallons of water, back, and it flooded instantly. The flood went all the way from the Canadian border, all the way down into Mexico City. The flood went all the way from the Canadian border to present-day Mexico City. It flooded everything in its path. It was that much water. And it, like I said, it buffaloed everything in its path, right, Charlie? You follow me? So it buffaloed everything in its path, including these conifer trees growing in what is now the state of Arizona on its way to Mexico City, what is now. So, again, inundation, covering up, and percolation and replacement of minerals caused this, what was once a conifer-bearing tree, into a now petrified piece of wood, all these 3.3 million years later. Very cool, Mick Jagger. I like your petrified wood, especially the story it tells. That's the cool part, bud. Boy, we're going way over it. This is a piece of, it's not epidote, is it? This is a piece of that labradorite that's north of site that's real shitty, right? This is just a piece of very kind of low-grade anorthosite, which is akin to labradorite. I talked about that solid solution series mineral a couple of weeks ago. But this really is just a piece of labradorite, which is it's not ultramafic. Oh, it's grades down more towards the lesser of the mafic mineral, but it is related to the anorthosite. Okay, Father says it's related to anorthosite. All right, let's see what you got here, Mick. It's a piece of limestone, mate. This is in fact a piece of limestone. Calcium carbonate makes up this rock. Acid, if you drop vinegar on this rock, a little bit of vinegar, it will start to bubble and things because the acid reacts with the calcium carbonate in the rock, and you get a fizz. That's how you know it's actually limestone. Calcium carbonate interacts with acid and bubbles and releases, what is that, oxygen? Releases oxygen and bubbles in the process of the chemical reaction. But this is Mississippian. Now this is, how many, 300 million? This is about 300 million years old. The Mississippian age from here in Missouri, right? From the state of Missouri. The state of Missouri, what is now the state of Missouri, spent a very, very long time underwater in a low, shallow sea for a long time, and it formed the Mississippian limestone deposits that this is a part of. This is really a dark piece of limestone, though. Non-dolomitized, that's for sure. So that's cool. That's cool, Miss Jagger. Let's see what else we got here, mate. I don't have a whole lot. Got that already. Got that. Okay, I guess I'm down to the last of the rock collection tonight, Mick Jagger. This is a piece of epidote. You would know. This is a product of what's called a low-grade metamorphism, which takes hornblende, which is that dark mineral that I showed you in some of these other rocks. You know, the black mineral. It takes what was first hornblende, and then heats it up and pressurizes it to what they call a low-grade metamorphic rock, between 200 and it's a green schist facies, right? Okay, this is part of what they call the green schist facies metamorphism rock list, if you want to call it that, and it's called epidote. This rock formed from another rock, hornblende, that was ultramafic rock, okay, and it altered it through the temperature that this rock heated up to from the original hornblende was about from between 200 degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit, right, 200 degrees Fahrenheit and 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is considered very low temperature in terms of more metamorphic events on planet Earth. 205 and very low pressure, right? And it was mostly replacement stuff like that, right? But it's a very cool mineral. It looks like it's shaped. What's the crystal class on? Is it hexagonal? This is hexagonal. Epidote is hexagonal. I'm not sure, because if you look at the crystal, I'm just asking Father about a particular issue right here. Here, let me look at this. Because you can see, if you hold it right this, you can see crystal faces that are kind of malformed, and of course it's broken on this side. This is what called vitreous luster on this piece of epidote. See, it looks like glass, greasy, shiny, greasy glass when you look at it, which is very cool. But anyway, there's a very low-grade green schist facies metamorphic rock that formed originally from hornblende into this mineral epidote, which is a calcium, potassium, aluminum? Potassium, calcium, aluminum mineral silicate. Okay, it was originally this rock now, as we call it, it was a potassium, calcium, aluminum silicate mineral, forming from hornblende, which is another type of silicate mineral. But this has got the cool stuff in it. So, but you can see part of the crystal faces that are kind of malformed. There's one here, formed like a hexagonal crystal. This one there. And these are really just kind of malformed, because it's not what you call it. It's called an anhedral crystal shape right here. It's not a euhedral or anything. It's anhedral. It's not subhedral, right? Okay, not anhedral. This is subhedral. This is a subhedral crystal of epidote. It's not totally malformed. It's got some crystal faces showing on it. It's not subhedral without crystal form, you can tell. So it's anhedral. Subhedral. Subhedral. It's got some crystal faces showing on it. It's been a long time since my geology and stuff. I have to remember all these stuff. So anyway, I think that's the last one. Oh, here, I got one more rock to show you guys. It does. Oh no, it's limestone. I thought I had one more. Hang on, folks. I gotta look and see what rocks are. Did I bring it over? That's the petrified wood. All right, Nick. We might be. Here it is. Oh, yeah, I found it. This is it. All right, Mick, we got one. Sorry, bud. Devereaux, we have one more rock to look at, bro. You and your bud's gonna look at this? We got one more rock, Devereaux. If you hear this. This is a piece of anorthosite labradorite that I showed you the other day. But the cool thing about this is, see this dark intrusion right here? It goes all the way, not all, it didn't go all the way on the right, but see that intrusion right there? That little darker area that shoots through the lighter colored rock. Like here, you can see it. See, there it is right there. That's called a little intrusion, or you can even call it a little dike, intrusive dike. And this is an ultramafic mineral that intrudes through it. This is hornblende, right? Okay, anorthosite intruded with a little intrusive injection of a hornblende, which is the black mineral, dark mineral. But you see it has a shiny little luster. Anorthosite intruded by hornblende is what these two minerals are. The hornblende is a dark intrusion, that line that goes through it, right there. And the other rock on the other side of it is called anorthosite. Very cool. Both mafic mineral rocks. All right, well, I guess that's it tonight, Mick. God, this is 20 minutes. It can take me forever to watch. All right, listen, dude. All right, I'm going to go, Mick Jagger. Thank you, Devereaux. Have a good evening, my man. Can't wait to get some rock hunting going on between all of us. We'll go out with our rock hammer and bag and magnifying hand lens, and we'll go out and find some rocks, Devereaux. Us and Vale and Charlie here too, right, guys? Okay. I'm going to go. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy the rock show, I hope. Rock show.